Welcome to the Pregame Show.
Running through these towns, kicking psychedelic sounds. I leave my heart down on the ground. Since I don't have you around, I'll grab a bottle off the shelf and go and drink it by myself. Say you wanna talk it out, well I don't think I need your help. Think I'm better off alone. I made my whole run on the road. I won't spend my lonely nights talking on the telephone. I find a girl at every show, but I will never let you know how much I regret the past and why watching you go, because hearts ain't smart, they're built for fools. They fall apart and let you break all your rules. It'll make you choose between a bottle and the blues. But my heart can't seem to forget about you. Can't forget about you. Last 3 months, like a doggy on a chain, I got my heart off your leash, but you still infect my brain. So now I'm running round in circles, cause I can't forget the pain. Like 1,000 shiny daggers every time I hear your name. So I have to get control of my body and my soul. I pick my heart off the floor like I had to twice before. Should've cared a little less, we should've loved a little more. Now we both regret the past as we're walking out the door, because hearts ain't smart, they're built for fools. They fall apart and let you break all your rules. It'll make you choose between a bottle and the blues. But my heart can't seem to forget about you. Can't forget about
Well, welcome in, Vikings fans. This is the Vikings Pregame Show on the Scene Project Sports Network. I am your host, Bubba Startz. Coach Cody will be joining me shortly. Off the top of the show here, we want to shout out to our new sponsors, Pillars of Valor Coffee. They are providing great coffee for a great purpose. I want to roll their commercial here and let you guys get to know them. Pregame coverage will be live here until about 11:30, and then we'll get ready for the game. But so excited to have you all here with us. A tailgate vibe is what we're seeking to bring to the show. The lines are open. If you guys want to comment on the YouTube chat, we can see your comments. We will share them on the show. We'll even bring on guests to share their takes and predictions as we go along. So a special shout out off the top here to Pillars of Valor Coffee, and let's tell you more about them here shortly. This Viking season, fuel your passion with Pillars of Valor Coffee, a proud veteran-owned company based in Victoria, Minnesota. Every delicious cup supports their mission to empower veterans and first responders. Taste the difference and make a difference. Pillars of Valor Coffee, fueling heroes one cup at a time. Find them at pillarsofvalor.com and all social media platforms. Well, we're so grateful to have Pillars of Valor in with us. Last week, I do believe they were up at the Shields in Eagan, I do believe. Maybe I could be wrong. They were out with TJ Hawkinson, who's part owner of the company. He was signing autographs, and we're so grateful to be tied to Pillars of Valor because obviously, as you can see behind me, veterans mean so much to us here at the Scene Project Sports Network. I want to share a few words from founder of Operation Combating Veteran Suicide and our very good friend, Charlotte Roop, rather. They are the founders of Operation Combating Veteran Suicide. She is also Mrs. South Dakota International. So a few words from Charlotte here off the top of the show as well.
Hello, I am Charlotte Roop, Mrs. South Dakota International 2025. I am also the founder of Operation Combating Veteran Suicide. I want to thank everyone for tuning into the Scene Project Sport Network and for the unwavering support of Operation Combating Veteran Suicide. Together we can raise awareness and provide essential resources to help our veterans. Hello.
So grateful for Charlotte and for Operation Combating Veteran Suicide. If you guys haven't tuned in yet to our Tuesday show, Vikings Uncensored, we're going to share a clip here real quick as we're waiting for Coach Cody to get through traffic and to get to the show. This is from our show last Tuesday where we had Sir Picasso of the Viking World Order on with us.
For me, so I'm going to sell them to make more money for my charity. He's like, what? Okay. I'm like, I just want to be honest with him. I'm not keeping it. But I sell stuff like it. To me, it's just cool having that experience of what I went through last night. But if I can use something like this calendar, like so regular wall calendars are $30 a piece, but an autographed one of a kind Aaron Jones. This is the only one, right?
If you guys are
Hello, I am Charlotte Roop, Mrs. South Dakota.
Sorry about that. If you guys are unfamiliar with the Viking World Order, they are a super fan group. A lot of them season ticket holders inside of the stadium. They are in section 140. Here's more from Sir Picasso on last week's episode of Vikings Uncensored.
If you want to purchase that, I'm gonna give you his PayPal, and I want you to send him the money. I'll mail you the canvas.
All right, bet.
I just try to help other people out, man. And if I can do it just one shot, like just give him something that's going to give him peace of mind that covers at least one portion of the medical bill for this month, then, you know, it takes a little bit off of his back. And I know the stress that he's got. I got kids, bro. Anybody, Coach, I don't know if you got kids, Bubba,
Yes,
you know,
sir.
it's just like, could you imagine your son having to have brain surgery and then having to go back in and then finding out you got to go back to the hospital because it's swelling? He's not like his speech. He just wasn't doing good. And so he's getting better, but it's things like that that break my heart. And I just try to, you know, help as many people as I can. And it's not about money with me with painting. I get so many people that, you know, they see what I do and think that I should be blown up. But I feel.
And he's not wrong. He definitely should be blowing up. And I recommend all of you follow at Painting Away is his Facebook page. That is Marcus Way. You also know him as Darth Viking. He's out dressed up every single week. I'm sure they are out at the VWO tailgate with Sir Death right now on 7th Street. Really big parts of the Viking, not necessarily part of the Minnesota Vikings organization, but they're part of the experience. And that's what really drew me to working with them. They're obviously partnered with Pillars of Valor as well. So we're really happy to have all of these partners to help bring this all together, raise a lot of money for nonprofit charity causes or individuals that just need a hand up. I wanted to share a really unique moment from Tuesday night's show where we were talking about a canvas that Sir Picasso painted of a Mike Tyson painting. Pretty incredible. I don't know if it'll show the painting itself on this clip, but here's Coach Cody and Marcus talking about it.
Fans in there. This is a 2 foot by 3 foot canvas. It is the number 1 of 2. Mike Tyson owns the number 2. Mike owns the number 2, bro. I couldn't give him the number 1.
No, you can't give up the number 1.
I was like, it's for me though, being a fan, bro. I'm telling you, like, it was super cool for that. Man, I got everything from, we got Stormtroopers. I got a number 405 Alexander Madison left. We got some Ninja Turtles.
Those are sick.
Man.
Unreal, right, Coach?
Honestly.
Hey, I have a Justin. Look, I go by Sir Picasso. I have a Justin Jefferson Picasso format.
I gotta give me one of them.
All you got to do is shoot me a message, and I'll hit you up with this one right here, brother.
We got a great clip that I'm going to share here next. And Sir Picasso, Marcus, is such an incredible individual. His wife, Shelly, they put together these amazing calendars. They also were just at a charity event with Aaron Jones last weekend where Marcus, they live auctioned this painting off with Aaron Jones. And I don't want to spoil it, but this thing's incredible.
To be able to do something that for last night's event was for their All the Way Foundation. And I kind of boasted a little bit. That canvas right there, live auctioned over everything else that they had. And that canvas sold for more than a Speed Flex Justin Jefferson helmet, full size.
Oof.
So
okay, go crazy.
We're so proud of our partners and our friends who are always doing incredible things out here in the world. Marcus's calendars that he mentioned off the top there, those are available, and his are going to the charity. So every dollar raised from the calendars is going to two separate charities. Shelly has her own, and Marcus has Pillars of Valor that he's donating the money from the calendar sales into. So we're really happy to be a part of this crew with these amazing people. And it's more than just football, right? And that's why we're, especially with this season being so far gone, it was really important to us to partner with some amazing individuals and to support veterans, to support families, not just in the Minnesota area, but up at the upper Midwest. I actually live in South Dakota, where we have a lot of Vikings fans, and it was a great experience for me to be up there at the Viking World Order tailgate against the Ravens, and they did their whole veterans salute. It was an incredible experience for everyone involved, and I was so proud to be there with everyone. We're going to get into some football action here shortly. We are waiting for Coach to come in. Brandon Herrera, Big B from the Coast to Coast Sports Network, Entertainment Network. These guys tapped in with us last week. He was part of the show on Tuesday as well. Cody being late unless there's food. Hey, you know it. He's blaming traffic, but I bet it's those bald tires. A happy game day to you too, Brandon. Appreciate you tuning in. Appreciate all of you guys tapping in. This is a brand new show, only our third week doing the pregame edition, and a lot of great stuff to come from the show and everything that we're trying to bring to the table. We are very thrilled to have Coach Cody, who brings the analysis side of this show. We get together not just on game days, but also on Tuesdays for our show, our new show, Vikings Uncensored. I'd like to share a clip from that. A new segment of that is called, it's the good, the bad, and the ugly, but we did it with the Viking spelling and taste. I want to share a bit from that, and then we're going to get into some football action and talking about this game against the Washington Commanders here shortly. Here is Coach talking about the last game, the debacle in Seattle. And I hope you guys enjoy this. And we should be back here soon with Coach Cody talking pregame action. What was that? It was such... I'm not going to sit here and be mad anymore. I think as a Vikings fan base, we're pretty apathetic at this point to the whole situation. And let's just kind of get it over with. So, Coach, you wanted to do the good, the bad, and the ugly from last week. I'm going to kind of let you tell us what your plan is for this, and we'll take it from there.
Yeah. No. So, yeah, the good, bad, and the ugly, just going over the game and giving you just simple points of, my opinion. Starting with the good, I mean, defense came to play. They came to play. They forced punts, they forced field goals. They put the offense in a position to score. They just, they can't hold on forever. And finally, in the third quarter, they gave up a touchdown. So shout out to the defense. Dallas Turner, you had the best game of your career. Keep it up. We need that. We forced Darnold into making some not so pretty throws, and I knew that was going to happen. You had asked me last week, if Darnold being with us last year, going up against Flores' defense gave him an edge or us an edge. I said us, and for the most part, I was right. Our defense, back to them, they were bending, not breaking. We were getting sacks, which was important. We were getting that pressure on them. Sam Darnold isn't mobile at all, but just the fact that we were able to get them sacks.
We talked about that on the pregame show, that like B-Flow knowing Sam Darnold and knowing how to get to him, like that felt like that was going to be an advantage for the defense, and they proved it. They kind of showed why you moved on from Sam Darnold, because you weren't going to win a championship with him. I don't believe that you can win. Now, you can win games. You can have a good season with a great defense and a strong running game, or a great defense and a play caller that knows how to kind of play with the lead and to expose defenses that are playing from behind. But I mean, in a tight game, when he's got to make throws, you just kind of knew that who he is. He's been that guy his whole career. So, yeah, it was nice to see the defense finally really show out for a game and to be a return. Obviously, getting Grenard back was a massive deal to that, too.
Yeah. And finally getting a turnover, first turnover in 4 games. That's huge. That was definitely huge. Limiting Jackson Smith and Njimba. He didn't, he didn't really do much until 5 minutes left in the third quarter. So that was huge because he's having a phenomenal year this year. That was extremely huge. The bad, we couldn't stop the Seahawks for anything. They were running all over us, like I mentioned in the pregame. Kenneth Walker just running physical. He was just running angry, mean. He trucked the heck out of Isaiah Rodgers. He got him pulled out for the game, and I'm surprised he went back in. Penalties, just stupid penalties. We still had some dumb penalties. Dare saw Jackson, Ryan Kelly being hurt, that just the dismantled offensive line that killed us, along with Aaron Jones and Jordan Mason. Those injuries, a huge question mark, leading me to think that, there's something more to that. Obviously, the bad, I'll put this as bad, not ugly, but the Brosmer pick. I don't even think he should have been in that position. You take the points in the first place. And KOC should have known that. Shame on him. For the ugly, bunch of missed tackles again. Too many, especially when we have them third and long and we're missing tackles. It's just demoralizing. They were way more physical than us. They wanted it more than us. It almost looked like we already gave up, which was kind of sickening to see. Isaiah Rodgers, I have you under the ugly. What the hell happened to you?
I was watching the preseason games, Coach, and I was like, oh, we got no cornerbacks. Like, what are we doing outside? It looked bad preseason, and I know preseason kind of is what it is now. You're only playing 3 games, but it was like, oh, we're going to get exposed. And the lack of physical play you touched on, I mean, the same thing happened pretty much to every game. Atlanta did that to us. The Packers did that to us. Brandon Jacobs. I mean, nobody on this team wants to tackle. Harrison Smith is throwing his 45-year-old shoulder into people. Yeah. Van Ginkel, I don't know that he even knows how to tackle. Like, if he's not knocking, I mean, he does. And he gets the splash plays, right? His instincts are so good, jumping those routes, on the, couple of pick sixes last year that he had, knocking balls down like that, getting a little bit of pressure. But I think Van Ginkel is completely underperformed this year. And everybody's getting a year older. And I think that we're in big trouble heading into next year if we can't get some young talent on this team.
Right. No, yeah. And just a couple more points. Just to reiterate, the running only 6 times in the first half. That's no excuse for it, and it better not happen again. With that interception, you take the points. That's absolutely horrible. It led to the pick 6. And had you taken the points, you had a great chance of going into the halftime 3-3. Best case scenario, or you score, you stop them and get another score, and double dip because you were getting the ball back at halftime. And last but not least, just being shut out is embarrassing beyond belief. You have a kicker that can kick from Yucatan, and at the end of the game, the game's out of line, but you still got to play for pride at that point. And I'll never forget that, and I'll never forgive that. That was stupid as hell.
That was a clip there from Vikings Uncensored, our show that we do every Tuesday. Last week was our first inaugural episode. It was a great time. Coach Cody is working out some technical difficulties. I don't think it's going to work like this, Coach. We're going to have to turn your phone.
Oh, yeah, you're fine. You're fine.
There we go. Welcome to the show, my co-host every week here, Coach Cody Hommedahl. Cody, how you doing, brother? How was traffic out there today?
I mean, it was all right. It's fascinating how people just forget how to drive when the snow hits. I almost think we should have 2 driving tests, one that gives you permission to drive spring, summer, fall, and then one that gives you permission to drive in the winter. It's ridiculous. I'm driving a little Honda Civic, bald tires, 5-speed, and it's just amazing.
Pulling that e-brake, drifting around corners.
Yeah. You know how it is. Pull that e-brake, and you're good.
Oh, Brandon Herrera is already chiming in. Where is Yucatan? He was watching our clips. That is the peninsula of Mexico that kind of juts out there into the Gulf of America. That is the Yucatan, Brandon. So little geography lesson here on the Scene Project Sports Network today. Welcome in, Vikings fans. This is your Vikings pregame show. We're going to be talking a little bit of Vikings versus Commanders. The season pretty much gone, but Coach, there's still a lot to play for. I mean, obviously you got pride. You have this amazing fan base that you can't give up on as the Vikings organization, but also you have, you need to see some growth, not just from your young quarterback, but I think from your coaching staff as well. What are you looking forward to on today's game more than maybe, God, we got to see more than we did last week.
Yeah, absolutely. We got to see way more than last week. I want them to focus on, like you said, more importantly, the growth. We had KOC. He loves that high explosive, big play offense. Let's just dumb it down, make it simple. Let's just see what JJ's got. You hit the nail right on the head with the growth from the coaching staff as well. We've been blessed with success for the past seasons, and they might have gotten to their heads. And, this is just a test to see, when they get punched in the mouth, how are they going to react? How can they react? I'm interested. We still have pride to play for. A lot of people want us to tank for that draft pick, and it is what it is. But I just want to see some promise at the end of the season, some growth leading to optimism next year that we're going to be better.
And I think you have to see something different from KOC and his play calling and the offensive game plan this week, or I think his seat starts to get a little bit hotter because they came out this week and kind of admitted to their faults in how the season has gone this week. A humble tune from the coaching staff that I don't think we're used to, because things have been so good that they haven't had to kind of come out and to eat a little crow and to have to look at themselves in the mirror and say, hey, what we were doing and the things that we were implementing weren't working. You can't just continue to put it on the players. I know a lot of talks about, front office changes. We talked a lot about it on Tuesday. We think that KOC is safe, but if you don't see some of that growth and him, change his stubborn ways, do you think that heat gets turned up on him because of such a pivotal point that this organization is in right now?
Not necessarily. I mean, just because of the success over the past few seasons, I feel like he's got a little bit of a leeway. But like I've mentioned in the past, the game's always evolving, and so as a coach, you have to evolve. You have to be able to pivot. You might have a game plan, but if it's not going right, you have to be able to make that decision and just switch it up. It's hard. Some people are stubborn. I get in my own ways too, but it's very important to have that kind of humbleness and just know, like, hey, I thought we planned just perfectly for this game. It's not working out. There's got to be something. You have to find something else. You have to. It's just part of the game. It's part of being a coach and trying to, give your players the best opportunity to have success.
Yeah, which we definitely didn't see last week in Seattle, setting up the undrafted rookie Max Brosmer for an absolutely atrocious game. We obviously talked about that a lot on Tuesday. Highly recommend you guys, if you want to vent a little bit, that you come and join us every Tuesday at 8 p.m. for Vikings Uncensored. And hopefully we're not having to do that too much this week. I don't even know that we need to win for fans to feel good today. I think that we can go out, score a touchdown. Hey, there's a novel concept, and to just look better than it has. It's been so abysmal these last several weeks that we just need something to cheer for.
Facts. A touchdown would be great. I would love that, but just to break it down even more, let's put a drive together. Let's help out the defense. Let's get across midfield. Let's just see something. You almost have to dumb the game down completely at this point just to try to find an answer. Luckily, we are going against the Commanders. What do they got? 3 wins. But they're no joke either. And the only reason why they have 3 wins is because Jaden Daniels and his injury. If it would not been for that injury, that record would be completely different. So don't let the record get, I guess, in your head, because they are a team to be reckoned with. They have a bunch of stars as well.
I mean, last week they took one of the best teams in the league this season to the brink, so
Yeah.
You can't take any of these teams lightly in the NFL. And I guess maybe besides the Vikings right now, but that you have to come ready to play. They have to show up right away. Give the fans there at US Bank Stadium a home game. You haven't been home in a few weeks now. These fans are absolutely demoralized. And now with the ticket prices coming down a little bit because the team isn't doing well, you have a lot of, dads that might be bringing their kids for a game because they can finally afford it. You have these things like, it's important to show up at home and to put on a good show and to at least give us something. So, Coach, let's get into some of the keys to the game. Obviously, guys, we do this every single week where we are talking here on the show. If you're unfamiliar with our network and what we do, Coach Cody Hommedahl has his keys to the game that we're going to share with you guys now. So, Coach, offensive line stability and protection. That's the first key for a big reason. This offensive line has been shuffled up. I don't know that we've started and finished a game with the same 5 offensive linemen a single time this season. I would have to fact check that, but it sure seems like at the very least, Darisaw has exited early out of every game that he's played. And we've had injuries along that offensive line just throughout the entire season. If it's not Jackson, it's, Donovan Jackson, it's Ryan Kelly, or it's been a mess. Run the ball and protect the football. 2 huge keys to the game there that we cannot look beyond. And what does this defense do against Washington's playmakers? So we're going to jump in here and talk about key 1 first. So, Coach, let's bring up the key here. Offensive line stability and protection. What is Coach Cody's keys to the game here?
Well, which offensive line are we going to get? First of all, how many snaps is Darisaw good for? Is he fully healthy? I'd like to see him just finish a game, honestly. Donovan Jackson, I'm not quite sure if he's good to go today. I know he was iffy earlier in the week, but that's just huge. 2 key pieces right there. We're just dismantled everywhere. It feels like a dumpster fire almost. But we need to find an offensive line, a mix, or them 5 guys that can do the job, and at least just give McCarthy a little bit more time, even 2 seconds. That's just huge. No matter who starts, there's got to be communication on that O-line, and it has to be a priority that we protect JJ. Washington, they're no slouches on defense. They're going to come after you. Bobby Wagner, he's on the tail end of his career, but he can still bring it, and he still will bring it. So it's just we got to win up front. That's how games are won, is in the trenches. So that's got to be key number 1. Penalties have been, and false starts. Yeah, penalties in general have just been a complete, shit show, I guess. There's no reason why, we keep on having these repeat penalties. I heard Speedy Naylor, wide receiver for the Vikings, he mentioned that there was some communication issues with the line. We just got to get our calls. We just have to play fundamental football. It's just a game that we've all played at the end of the year. So we just got to stay mentally prepared, and just try to cut that noise out. Go ahead.
False start penalties at home in that Ravens game. I was at that game. It was so atrocious. Just crazy where you're at home. And I don't know if they ever came out with like what exactly was the root cause to that. Obviously, you're going through, some of these, the center having a rotating, center. Just been a carousel on this offensive line. It's hard to know who's even playing where. Blake Brandel is going to end up playing every position on the offensive line by the end of the season. And you hope that they got at least one of these things settled in, and the lack of penalty. You just can't, when you're a bad team, which I think it's safe to say this Vikings team is, you're a bad football team right now. You can't shoot yourself in the foot at all. And penalties are the easiest way to do that. So really looking for them to cut back on anything. I mean, you're probably not going to go through an entire game with 0 penalties, but can we keep it under 5 and no just egregious, stupid penalties, right? And no, as frustrations build because the season hasn't gone, none of those personal foul after the player, after the play stuff, and letting those frustrations sink in if it does get out of hand.
Yeah, that's just something that's not that shouldn't be anywhere near sports. Finish the play, get back to the huddle. There doesn't have to be any pushing each other or any extra stuff. If they want to talk, let them talk. It's just not worth it, and it hurts you. It hurts the team, most importantly. And And yeah, we just got to cut all of that out. Just play our game. It's mental. You got to be mentally strong to just, shrug off some of the after the play chatter and chirping going on. It's hard. I'm not gonna lie, it is hard. No one likes to hear someone just talking that ish in their ear all day, knowing that there's probably nothing you could do about it based off this year. But that's just part of being a pro. Being a pro.
Hey, Brian, thanks for dropping into the show, brother. We appreciate you.
What's up, Brian?
It's great to have so many fans in here with us and tuning in to us. We appreciate that time. I want to shout out our sponsors for those that haven't been with us yet here, but we got a new sponsor, Coach. I don't even know if I've had time to tell you yet. The
No.
Pillars of Valor are a new sponsor here at the program, sponsoring all of our Vikings coverage. We're going to take a minute and roll there. We're going to tell you a little bit more about them here, and then we're going to come back and go over our second key to the game. As we cheer on our Minnesota Vikings, let's also recognize true heroes. Pillars of Valor Coffee isn't just about exceptional taste. It's a veteran-owned company with a powerful mission. With every purchase, you're directly contributing to programs that empower and support veterans and first responders. Imagine starting your day with a rich, bold coffee that also fuels a vital cause. Pillars of Valor Coffee is dedicated to making a tangible impact, honoring those who've served our nation and communities. Join them in their mission. Visit pillarsofvalor.com to learn more and get your bag today. Pillars of Valor Coffee. Great coffee, greater purpose.
That's awesome. I know you didn't tell me that yet.
Well, it just happened. Yesterday, I got to talk to owner Zach Husted, a great guy, what they're doing to raise money for veterans. And, they had a big event last week. TJ Hawkinson is part owner of the company. So they had Hawk out at the Shields around the Twin Cities area, signing autographs, doing a coffee tasting. So we'd formed a friendship. They're obviously friends with the VWO crew as well, the Viking World Order. And we were able to lock something in, right? I mean, I'm drinking coffee every day and nothing goes in my cup but Pillars of Valor. So really, really grateful to them for being part of the show and for supporting what we're doing here. So with that, let's move on to key 2 here, Coach. We're going to get this pulled up. Running the ball. What a novel concept that may be. And protecting the football. You can't have the turnovers.
Yeah. Who would have thought running the ball might actually help you out with your offense. But we have a strong run game. I don't know why we don't use it. Ty Chandler I thought was going to come back this week and be ready, and that would have been a huge boost to an already above average running back group. But I guess he's not. He's out for the game. But still, Aaron Jones, can you stay healthy? Or are you someone gonna just and you fall down and get hurt? Jordan Mason, can you hold on to the ball? Either one of you, can you hold on the ball? Let's just limit the fumbles, limit the turnovers in general, and stay ahead of the sticks. Even if you're getting 3-4 yards a clip, I mean that's 3-4 yards a clip. That's first down right there. So it's not complicated. I think with Kevin O'Connell and this sophisticated high power offense, just dumb it down. You don't have to be coming out with all these fancy plays. Just get the yards.
No, and I think that's been a big frustration for a lot of Vikings fans. And because we've seen it work in the past, I think that's why there was a lot of early frustration with JJ, with Carson Wentz, with Max Brosner as well, missing the easy throws, where I think KOC really likes to make that passing game, kind of part of the running game, right? Like the old West Coast offense kind of feel. Short passes, the swing passes, the screens, and all those things. But if they're not afraid of you running the ball, then none of that stuff works, right? So it has to build off the running game. There's nothing wrong with going power, putting a bunch of alignment out there, getting your big tight end in Josh Oliver out there blocking. It's what he does. Let's give people a chance to do the job that you hired them to do. Get CJ Ham in the game. Look I got Ham, our skull pig, in the background there. He's ready to run the football. Let's pass the ball around. We average top 10 per attempt in the league. Just hand the ball off. And it feels like once he gets in the game, like to me, all the talk this week means nothing. It means nothing if KOC doesn't come out there and find the run plays on his call sheet. And that's going to be a big show of the man. Can he stay committed? Because we know as soon as he gets backed into a corner, it is pass, shotgun after shotgun with a depleted offensive line. It just doesn't make the offense make sense this week. Please, Kevin, please, you are killing us right now.
Yeah. First of all, shout out to CJ Ham. Didn't he win the Walter Payton Man of the Year was nominated by the Vikings for that?
Was he nominated? Incredible if he was, man. I'm going to be honest, Coach. I'm tuning out of the team a little bit at this point.
Hey, can't blame you. I feel like a lot of people are, and that's why the ticket prices are going down. But yeah, I mean, you got to at least show your opponent that you can do both run and pass. If you're not showing run, I mean, as a DB, I'm sitting on that pass. I'm just waiting. I'm licking my chops, because I know, I'm taking that thing back. And that's what has happened to us. We have to run the ball and just, make the defense think. When some players, when they think too much, they get out of their game, they make mistakes. I told everybody last week that, we knew who Sam Darnold was, and we knew that if we got pressure on him, made him uncomfortable, he was going to start throwing some ugly passes, and he did. So we just got to, we got to come out and ready to play. We got to actually want it too, and that's where that pride comes in. No one likes feeling like a loser. So let's, dig down deep and figure it out.
Brandon Herrera said he did win that. So a big shout out to CJ Ham. That Walter Payton Man of the Year award is very prestigious in the league. So huge shout out to CJ Ham. We're going to see if we can't reach out to him in the off season, get him on the show. And we ain't stopping. You guys don't be surprised, especially with Pillars of Valor coming on now. We got a little bit of access, hopefully, to the locker room with that too. So looking for this show to elevate and what it's able to bring to the fans and communicate with some of these players and to really bring them on and let them tell about the things off the field, right? I don't want to bring players on here to grill them on what happens on the field necessarily. That's not the point. These guys are out there with this huge platform doing so much good in the world. That's always going to be what we tend to focus on here, whether it's the Viking World Order or it's the players themselves or our sponsors, Pillars of Valor. We're always going to focus on the good away from the football field that we're able to do too. Brandon Herrera with a great comment here. Yeah, old school plan, run to set up the pass. What a crazy concept, Brandon.
Right.
I mean, I feel like we're a broken record at this point. And, you even hear Judd, the sports dad on Purple Daily, saying he's done complaining about the play calling. Because what are you going to do? And unfortunately, a tiger doesn't change its stripes. And that's what I'm really interested in. Can KOC change his stripes? Can he evolve the way that he needs to succeed in this league? Because I don't know that another kind of dragging another quarterback off the heap and trying to throw them in here. I don't know that it's all just the quarterback behind the line right now. I think it's that defenses and defensive coordinators have figured out what he does, right? They're dropping. They know he likes to attack the middle of the field. Cool. Well, we're going to drop 3 deep and we're going to put a safety right in the middle of that. And we're not going to let you do that. And then what then, right? If you can't hit Justin Jefferson on those huge crossers and you can't get the ball into that zone of the field that you want to, what else do you have? And can you do something different that they have to readjust on their side to, okay, well, we need to stop this. This is what they're trying to do. Right now, you are so one-dimensional in what you're trying to do on the offensive side of the ball, and you have been. This isn't something new. You have been that, and you've showed it over the course of the last 3-4 seasons that defensive coordinators aren't stupid. They make a lot of money too to stop offenses. And until you can become a multi-dimensional offense, they're just going to sit back and they're more than willing to let you run the ball because they know you won't commit to it.
Right. Well, I mean, you could start out with a playbook this big, but if you're just running the ball and passing over the middle, you're leaving 2/3 of that field, both sidelines untouched. That playbook starts shrinking like this, and then you're SOL. You got to show them something. You can't just let them sit back and know exactly what you're going to run, where you're going to pass it, and you're just setting yourself up for a ridiculous play.
Big B chiming in with some great comments today. Appreciate you, brother.
I mean, I would love that flea flicker, but we don't have time for it. It's just, just facts. We don't have time for it. That'd be awesome if we had the ability to run that play.
Well, and that's the unfortunate thing about a lot of the playbook is that so much of what KOC does is dependent on that time in the backfield. And you've just had a banged up offensive line, and we're not going to make excuses for this team. The lack of talent and the lack of, when you spent a lot of money on that offensive line over the course of this year, and you've brought a lot of things to the table. I mean, this team spent more cash than anyone and more cash than they've ever spent to get something that is kind of has been nothing but a disappointment. It's sad, but let's move on. We digress here.
Yeah.
Key 3, defense versus Washington's playmakers, and they've got a couple. The Vikings defense must tackle well in space, limit yards after catch, and avoid giving up explosive plays to guys like Deebo Samuel. Coach, the defense has a tall task today.
Yes, and it starts with quarterback play. Jaden Daniels will be playing. I believe he would have been able to play or was available to play last week, but they wanted to give him an extra week, which is smart, something that we should probably take notes on. They have a really, really good running game. It's weird. All teams have a good running game, but we seem to be the ones not to take advantage of that. They have 3 good running backs, Chris Rodriguez Jr., Jeremy McNichols, and that was Krosky Merritt. But they all keep the defenses honest. On the outside, I mean, Deebo, you got Scary Terry, Zach Ertz is tried and true, and he's gonna either quarterback. If it's Jaden Daniels the whole game, hopefully, I don't want to see anyone get hurt, but Daniels or Mariota, they love to use Zach Ertz as that that bailout, and he comes up big for him. And that's why I got him on my fantasy team, trying to get that championship today.
And Jaden Daniels brings that extra element that he can always use his legs and really gash you, even if you don't contain him as well. So a really tall a lot different game than last week. The statue that is Sam Darnold back there. A guy like Dallas Turner has to show up and have a big game and to not necessarily sell out on the sacking the quarterback in the pocket. He has to be prepared and not give up his positioning on the edge and to let Jaden Daniels escape.
Right. Dallas Turner had a huge game, and I just want him to focus on building on that, just stacking days, stacking good games. Just not try to make that like game-changing play all the time, but just play within the system, trust your teammates, keep doing what he's been doing, because it's been working. And we've been seeing the results. It's kind of just, it's fun to watch him go and grow. First we draft him and everyone's harping about him, calling him trash, but then you're seeing him evolve right in front of our eyes. It's nice. It's something that I hope continues, because that's huge. Our defense needs to come and tackle. We've had so many missed tackles. It's been ridiculous, damn near embarrassing. So,
Coach, we had another comment here from Brandon Herrera about the offense again.
No, I don't think we should be scared of it. I think it's something that, needed to be done. He's just stating the obvious. We need to dumb it down.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's surprised and the question still remains that can he stay committed to a dumbed down playbook?
I honestly don't think so. Maybe for a series or two, maybe a quarter, but eventually I think he'll come back to his ways. I just haven't seen enough to prove otherwise.
Everybody's happy. It ends in a tie. Everybody's happy. I mean, both of these teams, their seasons are done, right? Washington's not gonna make the playoffs either. And they spent a lot of money and made a lot of changes. It's got to be a disappointing year for them as well. What do you think now to kind of turn the tables on you? Let's talk about Washington's mentality coming into this game, because they've kind of faced some adversity of their own and have kind of, obviously underperformed. Injuries, a big role of that. You lose your starting quarterback and things take a turn, especially, with as good as Jaden was last year. But what's their mentality coming in? I mean, they're playing for pride and just as much on the other side of that football to say, hey, man, it was not a fluke last season. This record is not a reflection of who this team is going forward. And can you kind of speak to the mentality that they're also having in a disappointing season for them?
Yeah, a disappointing season, the circumstances, hurt them. That injury, like I said, Jaden Daniels, I believe he's the truth. He's going to have success in this league. It's just a matter of time. But I think for them, they're probably just going to go and get Jaden Daniels back into the flow and just, build on what he's been doing. And, when you have wide receivers like Debo and Scary Terry and, Zach Ertz, they have another tight end. I'm blanking on his name right now, but younger, up and coming. You're gonna be playing for a pride. No one. Yeah, it's good if you tank and you get a better draft position. No one wants to do that in that locker room. I'm telling you right now, the last thing anybody wants to do is win.
As much as fans talk about it, it's not inside of these men in that locker room to just go and lay down. Like it's not part of who they are as human beings.
If that's part of who you are, you got to find a new profession.
Yeah, you shouldn't be playing football.
Yeah, you don't belong. And I'll stand on that. But I think Washington, they're going to come out and try to just punch us in the mouth. Now that they got a healthy quarterback, it's on. They might not be able to make the playoffs this year, but you can start that winning streak right now. What's he saying? You made up or you asked that question or made that comment about the tie. Has there ever been a tie, just straight 0-0? I don't think so, but I mean, just seeing how KOC will pass on a field goal to go for it on 4th down. We might not even score this game.
Bates is the name of that other tight end in Washington.
Okay. Mhm. Appreciate you, Brandon. Always got my back.
Yeah,
Honestly.
he's like a super producer while I'm trying to run this show, man. I appreciate it. So every week we pick out a player to watch, and obviously I don't think there's anyone else that we should be keeping an eye on other than this young man right here. He's got his work cut out for him today. I think Max's performance last week might have done him a favor. I don't mean to laugh. I shouldn't laugh at this, but it's what do you do? I mean, like,
yeah. I just, first of all, you know, that whole 9 can just drop and go. You can throw that in the trash. You're JJ McCarthy. Let's see how JJ is going to perform. You know, the passes, they don't always have to be fastballs. Put some touch on it, put some lob on it. And that's part of him growing. I feel like he would have had the opportunity to learn some of that last year if he was given the chance, but he wasn't because of that injury. And it's going to be a learning process. He's still learning. And it's, you know, yeah, Max Brosmer, yeah, he did him a huge favor. And honestly, I was thinking about it, and I mean, if Brosmer would have passed for 304 touchdowns like Mullins did that one game, I mean, you're probably still going to go back to JJ just because of the value of that draft pick. And JJ, you need to come out and just play a decent game. You don't. I don't need lights out, but I mean, can you pass for 150 at least? 200 would be great. I think the line on him is 180, 190. I don't think you're gonna get close to that, but let's try.
can we make sure Jefferson gets the 200 he needs to hit that 1,000-yard mark again? Big B, Brandon Herrera, a player of players he's watching is the O-line. Yeah, no doubt, because I think the success of JJ is directly tied to that offensive line. If he can't get any time and it's, 2 seconds to be there, yeah, it's bad.
Well, that, and go through your reads. KOC's talk about how he's working through his reads too slow. Brosmer was going through them too quick. And so maybe he can learn something from Brosmer. Like, hey, if this undrafted quarterback can do it, why can't I? And maybe he needs to be humbled a little bit. He took on that 9 personnel, I guess persona, really, really quick. I think he should have slowed down on that. But let's sustain drives and to help out this defense. Our defense has been picking it up the past couple weeks. Let's help them out. Let's give them a breather out there. I know that coming from a defensive player, defensive background, if I am giving it my all and I'm stopping them 3 and out, and I don't even get 2 minutes to catch my breath, like when we get in that locker room, these hands work. Like, you better do your damn job.
Just stay on the field. And that comes back to the play calling with KOC and, just go, you run the ball, man, hand the ball off. Let's get a first down, right? Let's give these guys on the defense who have been performing quite admirably for as bad as the offense has been these last few weeks. It's hard to say that you take away any positive from a game that ends 26-0, but the defense finally kind of showed out and showed why they were a top tier defense last year. A lot of guys returning, missing some key pieces, obviously. Getting Grenard back was huge last week, but let's see them show up again, show up for the home crowd, bring some intensity to what you're doing, and don't fold over to a team that, did the lines come back? Is it Vikings up again?
I don't think so. I haven't checked it. Big B's probably got me in about 30 seconds.
Yeah. Well, and to take some pride in the fact that you're a home dog, right? Like bring some fire to that locker room and just show up for the fans, if for nothing else, and put something on the field that we can be proud of, right? Like give us something to cheer about, because it's been pretty rough since that. I mean, being in the field for that Ravens game, that's the first time in my attending a Vikings game that I saw them lose. So the stadium turned, right? And you never want to see the stadium emptying out around the 2-minute mark and people heading for the exits. That's never a good feeling. And I'm sure it's not when you're down on the field as well. Yes, B, first should score a touchdown, right? Like it's been 2 weeks now. You haven't even scored a touchdown or more. Like, what are we doing? Score a damn touchdown. I couldn't agree more with Big B here. And give us something, please. We're begging right now.
Yeah, I mean, we got to come out and give the fans something. The fans I know I actually met a family. They had like 4 carloads, a huge family, come up to my.
Oh, sorry, Coach, cut you off. My bad.
Oh no, you're good. You're good. I had a whole family come up to my hometown from Iowa. They do it almost every year and come up and watch the Vikings game. And then, I mean, if they're coming from that far away, just driving, simple drive with a bunch of family, you better show out. I don't care if you, wake up and you ain't feeling it today. I mean, your bank account's feeling it, so you probably should go out and do your job. It's ridiculous.
No doubt, Coach. No doubt, because you have people that are counting on you. They're spending a lot of money to come to these games, and this could be a kid's first time at the stadium, and you have that every single week here in this league. You can't just lay down. And as much as, I mean, even me as a fan, like we're already looking into our draft coverage and starting to dig into Dane Brugler's beast and to get into the draft coverage. But, and as nice as it would be to, come away and maybe land a top 5 pick, it's really hard to root for your team to lose, right? Like we're not coming out here and hoping that they put up another goose egg. I think if we lose, a lot of fans are not going to be as disappointed, maybe, but we all want to see our team win. We don't want to have to go, and a lot of people in the Twin Cities, it's harder for fans like away from the team, right? Or away from the city and outside of the region where you're in enemy territory sometimes, and people are just ragging you. And the only time they're talking about your team is when they're talking like, come on, man, do us a favor, give us something to hang our hat on. And like you said, hoping for JJ to come out and throw for 200 yards and 3 touchdowns. And like, that ain't going to happen. Let's lower the bar a little bit for what a successful game looks like. Can we get 200 yards of total offense, right? Maybe that's a start. Can we move the ball? Can we hold the ball for longer than, 20 minutes in a game, which I feel like it's just because we're so pass heavy, you're never even taking any time off the clock. When those time of possession numbers completely fall over, it's really hard to win in this league, and it's really hard to keep fans motivated to keep coming back for the few games left of this season.
Yeah. We, like Brandon said, we got to come out and just come out with a purpose, come out with that pride, with that dog, based on the season. If I'm playing, I'm coming out of that tunnel pissed, angry, ready to hit the first thing that moves in front of me. And that's what we need to do. If we can just give them that work, punch them in the mouth, you're only going to take a few punches before you're like, forget this, I feel like It's going to be tough though. Washington is no joke. We got to score quick. We got to score early, and if we play ahead with the lead, I feel like that will help out the offense too. But with KOC, you never know.
No, you really never do. Coach, before we get out of here, we spoke with Sir Picasso last week on Vikings Uncensored, and I had shared some clips, but they got a great calendar promotion going on right now. Proceeds from the Men of the North calendar are going to Pillars of Valor. So I wanted to share a little clip from last week's show with everyone here while we had a chance and to check this out.
Yeah.
For me, so I'm going to sell them to make more money for my charity. He's like, what? Okay. I'm like, I just want to be honest with him. I'm not keeping it. But I sell like it to me. It's just cool having that experience of what I went through last night. But if I can use something like this calendar, like so, regular wall calendars are $30 a piece. But an autographed, one of a kind Aaron Jones. This is the only one, right?
So great to see what they do for charity at the Viking World Order. A shout out to Sir Picasso, our friend Marcus Way, coming on the show last Tuesday. You guys can find Marcus and Shelly online. They each have calendars. There's the Men of the North and the Women of the North calendars. They're selling all of it. All the proceeds go to charities. It's a little competition between husband and wife as well as the who sells more. So make sure you buy one of each and keep the playing field even for us. But wanted to take a second to shout out our friends and all the good that they're doing in the world and around this team. Coach, I mean, what is there to say about this team and where we're going? Obviously, we're going to continue to cover it. We got pregame for you 2 hours before every game, and then we have Vikings Uncensored every Tuesday at 8 p.m. But, I mean, is there anything to look forward to these last few games?
Well, I'm going to say this real quick. I grabbed my wrong charger, so I got one of them phone chargers that start out at 20%. You plug it in, and it starts going down instead of charging. So I'm at 1 right now. But just going into the game, just show some pride when it comes down to it. Show you actually care about the sport that you've played and dedicated your whole life to get to this point. Why spend all that time, all that energy, blood, sweat, and tears to just, I guess, play like dog-ish, let's give the fans what they want, especially with the fans that are coming from, out of town, out of state, and making this drive. Don't waste their time. Don't waste any more of their money. Help us help you. You want that home field advantage? Help us give that to you. Want to give that to you.
Right, Coach. Well, I just want to tell you thank you before your phone dies and you clip out of here. Enjoy the game today. I know you're watching with friends, and we appreciate you coming on, sharing your takes and your analysis with us all the time. I can't wait to see you on Tuesday, hopefully talking about a performance worthy of talking about, if not a Vikings W. And you guys can all stick with us here on the Scene Project Sports Network. I got a few more minutes. I got some more clips I want to share, and sharing clips from last Tuesday's show, get you guys a little bit more information on Vikings Uncensored. Obviously, our new sponsors, Pillars of Valor. Coach, thank you so much for joining us today. Enjoy the game, and let's go. Skol Vikings. All right. Well, I think we lost Coach Cody, but we're so grateful for him coming on with us and sharing so much of the analysis. Coach Cody is the defensive assistant coach for the Wyoming Cavalry, former head coach of Indoor Football Association team, the St. Paul Bears. He also GM for that team. So a lot of great insight that we get from Cody in everything that he does. I want to go ahead and share a little clip from our show last week on Tuesday and give you guys a little taste of what you can see on Vikings Uncensored. Vikings Uncensored, where fans can be fans, unfiltered, unhinged, and uncensored.
Last 3 months, like a donkey on a chain, I got my heart off the leash, but you still infect my brain. So now I'm running round in circles, cause I can't forget the pain. Like 1,000 shiny daggers every time I hear your name. So I have to get control of my body and my soul. I pick my heart off the floor like I had it twice before. Should've cared a little less, we should've loved a little more. Now we both regret the past as we're walking out the door, because heart seems smart, they're built for fools. Fall apart and let you break all your rules. It'll make you choose between a bottle and the blues. But my heart can't seem to forget about. Can't seem to forget about you. Can't forget about you. All of these mysteries filling our heads, begging to be solved, remembering the lives we lived before, searching for answers out in the void. We're all just restless girls and boys, looking for keys to open the door. Time's everlasting, time never lasts. Quite as long as we wanted to, watching seconds slipping from my grasp, holding you closer, holding our breath, observing the march of time as the present quickly fades into our past. Swimming in circles now, and we can't get out, and we can't get off this ride. A vessel is tossing in the waves. Step up the shadows, no need to hide. Our future is rising with the tide. The only thing we need to be is brave. Time's everlasting, but time never lasts. Quite as long as we wanted to, watching seconds slipping from my grasp, holding you closer, holding our breath, observing the march of time as the present quickly fades into our past.
Well, welcome in everyone to our very first episode of Vikings Uncensored. I am your host, Bubba Startz, and with me, as always, is my boy, Coach Cody. Coach, welcome to the show.
How we doing, man?
Man, we got some really special guests. Sir Picasso's in the house tonight. We're going to bring him on in just a second. He's painting away on Facebook and also in real life, working on some canvases. We're going to share some of his awesome stuff on this team, whether people, want that or not. I think, with the arm talent that he has, I think if he would have had that red shirt year, he's a different quarterback this year, right? If he's able to correct the footwork and the processing and to get all those reps on the practice squad last year, especially with as good as the defense was, right? That he would have been a totally different player this year. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. And this year, the front office didn't have a plan as far as like what happens if we got to pull the ripcord. And if Carson Wentz was your answer, what the fuck were you thinking? And I think that's why Kwesi's gone, right? I think that's why Kwesi is absolutely out of here, because you need big changes on this team over the course of this offseason to even think about being not even a contender, just like being watchable next year.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous, and we keep on bringing the coach of the year up, and I just find it disturbing that he can go from coach of the year to this and not have made an adjustment by now of some sort. I feel like he's got to start showing any adjustments, small, big, whatever. Just show us something different to save his ass, because I mean, people are already saying, was that a fluke, that coach of the year? Was it only because of the defense? Who's this? What's this?
Well,
Seahawks game?
No, for the Packers game where you actually had all five, right? You had your starting line right in the game. And
yeah, starting five. And I mean, that was one of my keys to the game. We had to stop Micah Parsons. We had to win that battle up front, and we just got worked. We got they put hands on us and didn't let go. It was ridiculous. It was almost embarrassing. But that's what's going to happen. I mean, Micah Parsons is just a beast. You're not going to stop him. You can only just try to contain him, limit his disruption.
Well, and speaking of Micah Parsons and that defense from the Packers, they got a big NFC North matchup today with the Bears. That's the late game this afternoon. I think a lot of us will be tuning in to see maybe what could have been, right? I know that we wish that we were fighting for the top spot in the NFC North. The Bears all but running away with it at this point. I think a big marker for them today is that Packers defense. They haven't been particularly good on the offensive side of the ball, necessarily throwing. Caleb Williams still taking a lot of sacks. It'll be an interesting game to watch this afternoon as well, that those of us who are fans of the NFC North will have our eyes on as well in that 3:00 spot on Fox. The Vikings are starting in about 45 minutes here. They are at home today, US Bank Stadium. I'm so grateful to you all for tuning in. We had a great crowd in here. Big shout out to Brandon Herrera. All the comments. I appreciate you, B. Make sure you check him out on Coast to Coast Entertainment Network. A lot of great sports coverage over there. A special thank you to Coach Cody, as always, and to our sponsors, Pillars of Valor Coffee. You can check them out at pillarsofvalor.com. Make sure you order some coffee. Comment on their social media. Let them know that you saw them here on the Scene Project Sports Network. A lot more to come from our partnership as we move on. I'm very grateful. I just want to say thank you to all of our fans tuning in with us. We appreciate you all. This show is nothing without fans of the Vikings and of the Scene Project Sports Network tuning in with us. I'm very grateful to you all. My name is Bubba Startz. This has been coverage of the Vikings pregame show. Big game today down at US Bank Stadium. The Commanders are in town. We are very grateful to you all tuning in with us. I'd like to share a little bit from the Vikings tailgate I was at a few weeks ago. I was very grateful to the Vikings World Order to having me in and letting me tag along and to show and capture what it is that they do on a regular basis. So every week, every home game rather, they have the Viking World Order tailgate from 7th Street parking lot down there. It is a great time. I highly recommend, if you are attending the games, or even if you're not, to go and enjoy it. They start 4 hours before kickoff down there, hosted by Sir Death of the Viking World Order. Sir Death obviously has a huge social media presence. They are down there every single week. I wanted to go ahead and share our coverage of the tailgate from a few weeks ago. They had their awesome veteran red carpet rollout. So something that we are very passionate about here at the Scene Project Sports Network. Let you guys see my whole screen. You can see in the background here in the studio, Operation Combating Veteran Suicide. It's something that we are extremely passionate about. You heard from OCVS founder Charlotte Roop earlier today. We absolutely adore these people and what they are doing for our veteran community. I wanted to end the show, as we have the last several weeks, by giving you all a glimpse into what the tailgate looks like, why you should go down regardless of what the weather is like. Sir Death and the Viking World Order are always out there supporting Vikings fans. There's over 100 people there, I'm sure, right now, hanging out, partying. You got the Moss Pit, which serves as the smoking section. You got big tents out there that they've added now from what you're going to see on this coverage. They had a couple of big tents. Highly encourage fans of any team, if you're visiting Minneapolis and going to US Bank Stadium, that you pop into the VWO tailgate hosted by Sir Death. Here's a little bit of our coverage from earlier this year. I'm so grateful to you all. Enjoy the game today. Whether the Vikings win or lose, we're so grateful for you tuning into our coverage. Come and celebrate or commiserate with us every Tuesday at 8 p.m. on Vikings Uncensored. And we will see you right back here Tuesday at 8 for our coverage of the game and this team there. I love you guys. I appreciate you tapping in with us each and every week here on the Vikings Pregame Show. Skol Vikings! All right, we are walking into the Vikings World Order tailgate here, presented by Experience Hospitality. This is going to be a great time, y'all. Flip the camera around and check this out. Great vibes here, always. You got former players stopping through all the time. A bunch of great people. The Viking World Order are here. Obviously, we have Sir Death, Darth Viking I've seen around. Lady Persia's painting faces in the tent. Awesome vibe down here. I absolutely love these people and these parties that they put on. So it's about 9:15 here in the morning right now. Already a lot of people here milling out. This place will continue to fill up until game time when everyone heads over to US Bank. Look at the location of this place. Look at this. I mean, we are blocks, a block from the entrance to the stadium. So as soon as it is up and ready and open, we will be making our way over there as well. A great day here. I'm gonna flip the camera back around and take you guys through and show you some of the amazing people that are here. Awesome. Everybody staying warm? Everybody's dressed up. We got buzz balls. We are good to go, huh?
nice.
Just want to let everybody know we will have a red carpet rollout for veterans in 15 minutes at 9:30. Thank you.
Awesome. You heard it here. Red carpet rollout for our veterans. We appreciate our veterans. This is a military appreciation game with Veterans Day being in just a few days. So really, really stoked to see everybody. I love the way the NFL supports our veterans, and you know it's obviously.
I love this. I was looking at you online. I'm like, I wish I had that. I know. Well, yeah.
Some great traditions here. Love the family that is the Viking World Order.
Little Viking
We got the Raven Shredder here. Yes, sir.
I was 18 years old. Season ticket holder since 2009. Okay. We gotta get things set up. It's a little cold. It is a little cold, yeah, and I'm worried. I think I have on too many layers once I get in there. You got
Awesome. You got some great wares here. This man's at every single game. He follows the Viking World Order around. Some awesome custom pieces. All kinds of great stuff. Handmade. Incredible.
I was in here talking for a little bit.
So cool.
But yeah, I'll give you a call and
Unbelievable.
Order one of
Handmade,
these cups.
just
Every
every single one's a custom, one of one, right? Like it's a whole different setup. We were here for the whiteout game last year, and these are all new ones all the time. I don't remember him having any of the like male vests before. Those are badass. Well, he might have been sold out already too. You never know. I imagine those take quite a while to make. Don't slap those together overnight. All right, check out Steiner.com. A great part of the Vikings World Order tailgate is all the people around the tailgate. It's the family. We continue to fill in here, and we're going to do a red carpet rollout in about 15 minutes, so I'll be staying live for all of that. Yeah, great times here. So cool to be a part of this and to have an invitation to come and take part and to capture these moments. I'm truly appreciative to the Viking World Order crew. And yeah, look forward to doing a lot more of this with everybody in the future. So many friends that we made here last year, here again. And it's really it's just a fun time. It's a great time out here. Still don't know if we're going to make it into the game or not. Looking forward to it if we do. But for me, it was really about just capturing this vibe with everyone and showing this to all of our fans and friends and what it is really here. Yes, it's about football, but it's about family. And I think that's what's so important to me to capture, and especially on Military Appreciation Day, to be able to do this is just a really incredible experience for me. We have some of our OCVS coasters with us, so be looking to spread a few of those around with everybody. And yeah, appreciate you guys. stay tuned. I'm going to stay live here today because I don't know how long Facebook is going to let me continue to do this. But yeah, we're live here, checking it out. Yeah, beautiful. Beautiful setup here. Beautiful setup. All right, I'm going to turn it around. You guys can watch. Awesome. Got our coasters out here. I'm actually going to keep one of those in my pocket, a couple of them, for some friends. Yeah, all kinds of good eats here. Chili, chicken wings. How you guys doing? Fantastic. Ooh, we got some good cornbread there too to go along with it. Fantastic. Nobody parties like the Viking World Order, that's for sure. Man, the smells here. Incredible. Oh man, those chicken wings smell delicious. Hell yeah.
You looking for me?
Got to get it stretched out at the tailgate so you're ready in the stadium, huh? Don't want to pull a peck when you're in there. Awesome. Well, we got the veteran red carpet. It's going to be rolling here in about 5 minutes. We're going to stay live right here on the Facebook page. I'm doing good. Viking weather, huh?
Oh, yeah, good one. Back when they were playing over at Minnesota Stadium, 17 below.
Sounds like South Dakota weather.
Yeah, beer frozen in your hands.
Had to have hand warmers to keep the beers above freezing. I love it.
The stadium was aluminum.
Right, so it's just frozen. That's a tough one. That's a tough look.
I think that was against the Jets.
Yeah, I bet they weren't too excited about that. Really looking forward to this veteran red carpet rollout. That's really cool. Very cool. We were at the whiteout game last season for Monday Night Football. That was a pretty incredible experience. Our first time meeting the Viking World Order, and yeah, just became friends with everybody online ever since. And amazing vibe. What a great family to be a part of.
So who are you with now?
I have a award-winning podcast called The Scene Project. A division of that is the Scene Project Sports Network. So kind of out here covering it for the Sports Network today and going live on our Facebook a little bit and capturing some of the vibe. And yeah, put together a nice little promo video to show everybody what it really means, right? Yeah, it's about football. Yeah, we're drinking beers, but it's about family, man. And the VWO perfectly exemplifies what football and family means. So really happy. I just happened to be in town playing some other shows, and I kind of planned it around here. I knew there was a home game, so a little bit of dirty work in there, but really excited to be here. I also work with a nonprofit called Operation Combating Veteran Suicide. So to be here specifically, knowing it was the Veteran Appreciation Game, yeah, hoping, I didn't know exactly what they had going on, but I assumed that VWO would have some kind of veteran thing going on. So yeah, really happy to be here, capture this moment, and yeah, share it with our fans back in South Dakota and around the world. So. Oh, awesome. Bubba, Startz. Nice to meet you. I live down in Tyndall.
Okay.
Yep.
That was part of it. I worked for Dock and Door Equipment. That was
okay.
part of my territory.
Yeah.
So I was trying to think of the gas station though, but I retired in 2000.
Yeah, so the big one down there is Frank's Trading Post.
Yeah, that's it.
Yep. Yes, sir. Awesome. Yeah, and that's the thing for me is that, you know, there's a lot of South Dakotans that are Vikings fans. So being able to come up here, you know, a lot of our fans obviously are friends of mine. I'm live on my Facebook right now where, you know, several thousand people are watching, you know, seeing the replays mostly. Not necessarily live with us right now, but yeah, just show them what you can see up here. I know a lot of people come up for games, and really want them to, if they do come to a game, come to this tailgate, right? Come meet some more family in here and to be part of this scene. And, you know, obviously Sir Death has a huge following, and but this is special. This is really special, and I'm just happy to be here and to share in the experience.
My history starts with the very first game in Sioux Falls.
Really?
August 5th, 1961.
Really?
And that's how I got, I was 11 years old.
Yeah. I didn't realize they had played a game in Sioux Falls ever. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, Howard Woods Field played the Dallas Cowboys.
No kidding. I did not know that.
So
Very
anyway,
cool.
At that time, I had a decision. I could be a Dallas fan or a Vikings fan.
Right.
And my kids started to say,
Dallas might have won a few more Super Bowls, but this one's easier to get to, right?
Yeah. So anyway, yeah.
That's fantastic. What was your name?
Donovan Cost.
Donovan Cost. Oh, Bubba Startz. Nice to meet you.
Oh, great turnout. So.
Yeah, this is great. This is great.
We started off with a Facebook page. We are Viking fans.
Really?
And it morphed into this.
Incredible. Yeah, I love it. I think it's a great vibe. I love what you know, VWO represents, and just the like I said, the family nature of it's just too cool.
Well, nice meeting you.
You too. Pleasure.
All of our veterans that are getting honored today, go ahead and make your way over toward your.
Are you selling the patches?
Get things rolling as soon as we can get everybody assembled. Thank you.
Are you selling the patches too? Fundraiser? $10? Yeah, I love it. So I work with a nonprofit, Operation Combating Veteran Suicide. I set some of our coasters on the table there as well. I would love to buy one of those. My money's in my pocket, but you just have a couple left. Can I take one from you? Here. Awesome. My hands are so cold. Do you have change? Actually, just take a 20. Yeah, I'll take 2. Yeah. We'll find somewhere to put them. You can just take it all. I can't feel my fingers. Awesome. What's your name? Laurel. Thank you. Lady Rel, she has these awesome Lady Legion patches. We bought a couple here to support the red carpet rollout for veterans here. We're at the VWO tailgate. Incredible, guys. We just love it so much. Anything we can do to support our veterans, obviously. And I love what the VWO does for all of this. I made it as hard as possible for you. It's so I don't lose it.
I know, I get it. I've never come to
Awesome.
without losing something. I lost my driver's
I'm trying really hard not to today. Well, thank you so much for what you're doing. I'm glad I caught you before that. I'm Bubba Startz. We have an award-winning podcast called The Scene Projects that we're here covering the event with. So awesome. Yeah, we're going to capture the moment here. So.
I call bullshit!
All right, this is the red carpet rollout for our veterans here. It's the Military Appreciation Game, Veterans Day coming up in just a few days. Operation Combating Veteran Suicide posters. Honoring our veterans here today, an incredible experience here.
Why do you just go to this guy here? I'm before Indian.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to start this ceremony in about 3 minutes. Thank you.
One of my closer friends.
Now that you wobbled always just get hard. Fit in.
Yeah, DeSantos, I am, man. Come see me at the fashion show, Smoking on the Runway tonight, 4 o'clock, over at the Hook and Ladder. I'll be here at the tailgate, right in the shadow of U.S. Bank until the game, and then we'll see if I hit the game or not. This is the red carpet rollout for our veterans, members of the Viking World Order. Really awesome vibe here. I appreciate being a part of this and getting to capture these moments with everybody. It's a great vibe out here today. It's been pretty incredible.
Come on. You gotta be. That's a good fucking goal, yo. They are. I mean, I've had some
red carpet rollout. We're here to honor some veterans today. Veterans, who are they? Fathers, sons, sisters, brothers, mothers, neighbors. Veterans come from all walks of life, race, religions, and nationality. Many have varied reasons for serving, as varied as the sands on the seashore, yet all chose to be a part of something bigger than themselves and basically write a blank check to the nation they love, up to and including, as Abraham Lincoln so eloquently stated, the last full measure of devotion. Why should we honor veterans? Firstly, it's the right thing to do, and secondly, not all vets were honored in the history of this nation. During the Vietnam War, approximately 2.7 million men and women served. Over 58,000
I was protecting it.
Many of them were not welcomed when they came home. Many of them had to take off their uniforms in airport bathrooms. They faced societal anger from a generation that was unable to, at that time, separate the war from the war fighters, and they suffered in silence. For all Vietnam vets here, including the old man from the Viking World Order, if you've never heard publicly,
I don't think there's going to be much you can do about that without blowing out everybody up front.
You won the battles you were asked to fight, and may we all resolve today to never treat our generation of veterans like the Vietnam veterans were treated. Thank you. It is said that freedom isn't free, and above the entrance of every VA hospital it says the price of freedom is visible here. However, not all rules are visible. For each veteran, there is an burden based on their unique experience of loss, sacrifice, trauma, and service. It's their burden to bear, and they bear it. Silently, stoically, until they no longer can. Some reach out for help, others don't, and that's why we're here. We're here to honor these vets. There's a number, 22 a day. 22 a day is average veteran suicides in the United States. 1 a day is a tragedy, 22 a day is a disaster. However, my message today is a message of hope. The hope for a future where we don't have to live like this. Today we have assembled as human beings who are united by a common cause, our love of football and of our respective teams. But we are also united in our support for those who have enabled us to enjoy these luxury items like a tailgate setup, like game tickets, by their service, sacrifice, and efforts to keep us free. So we pause today to recognize them for their outstanding service. For all veterans who may be bearing a burden today, know this, you're not alone. And these people gathered here today are here because they care about you, your service, and your well-being. Today, we specifically honor Sergeant Promotable Retired Jason Weber, U.S. Army.
Yeah!
Staff Sergeant and Drill Sergeant Eric Gurecki, retired U.S. Army.
Yeah!
Sergeant First Class retired Ron Latson, U.S. Army.
Yo!
Chief Warrant Officer Rick Conklin, U.S. Army.
Yo!
Corporal David Henry, United States Marine Corps. Happy birthday, Marine.
Yo!
And Specialist Ryan Knaus, U.S. Army.
Yeah!
We also posthumously are honoring Staff Sergeant Ralph S. Guck, killed in action, Vietnam. For these people and for all of our veterans here today, we appreciate you, we support you, and we love you. God bless you, and God bless the United States of America. I now ask that everyone stand and face the flag. Today's national anthem is going to be performed by Miss Cheryl Pendleton.
Yay!
All right.
Just a reminder to please remove your hats.
Twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight
like to have
SPSN.